Hello guys, my name is Clermont. Okay, so this video is going to be a little bit different. So this is in the Clermont world, but this is very advanced. Like not currently in what I'm be doing in the world, but this is the Mounts of Mayhem's update. So this is basically a spoiler, but yeah, I want to explain the concept, like how to get is a lot of zombie horses. As you can see, I made this farm, so we have a lot of zombie horses. So I want to explain the concept, like what stuff you need to do to create something like this. Like this isn't the most efficient way to do it, of course. Okay, so first, what we have to know about zombie horses is how do they spawn. Zombie horses can spawn in plains, sunflower plains, snowy plains, savanna plateau, and windswept savanna. So that means they can spawn in all of those biomes. Now, they can only spawn on grass blocks, and they are 1.6 blocks tall. That they can spawn in a 2 block height. So basically, these 2 blocks are enough for them to spawn. Now, this is regardless if they have a driver like the knight. So the zombies will suffocate. So they spawn and instantly suffocate in these blocks, which is good because we want to make them persistent, and we can't make them persistent unless we name tag the zombie horse and the zombie. So the way to make them persistent is just by interacting with them. So I checked, and you only have to try to tame it. It doesn't matter if you get on top of them. It doesn't matter if you succeed. Like here, like this farm only works by doing that. So basically, the zombie horse will arrive, and I will press. I am pressing the auto clicker, so I'm holding use. So then the horse will. I won't be able to get on top of the horse because I have an item on my hand, and that is enough for him to not despawn. So what the zombie horse does? Well, we have a zombie horse here. So we'll wait until he falls because he's freezing now. As you can see, just if I touch him here. So yeah, I failed to get on top of him because I have a weapon in my hand. Then that's enough, and he will be persistent, so he will never despawn. That's important. Now I have these blocks because sometimes the rider survives. If the rider survives, then we won't be able to tame him. That's why we have these blocks on top. So zombie horses come with a random attribute, as you can see. We can check them. So yeah, they have like this horse has like a speed of 11.273, like in, if you can see in that top left corner. And they all have the same health. They always have 25 hearts. The only thing that changes is their speed and their jump height. Basically, you have to filter all the mobs. So here I filtered the spiders, so the spiders are 1 block tall. So that's how I make the spiders fall, so they will fall in this hole. And all the other mobs like skeletons and creepers, they can only walk like 1 block at a time. So when they fall in this space, they will die here. And we will collect all their loots. Now, spiders... So zombie horses have like a width of 1.4 blocks. That means that when they fall here, they can walk through this hole, as well as spiders. So, but everything else will fall. But sometimes they get pushed. That's why we have like a redundancy. So as you can see, this creeper saved here, so he falls here in lava. So yeah, this is like the setup that I came up with, but this isn't the most efficient way. Like first, this farm isn't like very high in the world. Oh, there's go another. So the most annoying mob in this case are spiders. Like the spiders will clog up the farm, and there's no way to spawn proof for spiders without spawn proofing for zombie horses, and that's the problem. So zombie horses and spiders have like pretty much the same width. So yeah, you can spawn proof both. So you have to deal with the spiders. So I thought this is one way. Like I am only sorting them. So spiders should fall in lava, and for the most part they will die. So sometimes they get stuck in these blocks and then they will freeze. Now the problem is that the player is here, so the player in this setup is here. So since it is here, that means that these mobs won't despawn. And since they don't despawn, then they will keep here and stop other mobs from spawning, which is annoying. So we have to deal with the spider. So one way I thought of doing so is like making basically a drop. Like imagine if this drop was like 20 blocks. So then all the spiders will die and everything else would survive. Like the creepers, the skeletons, and the zombies would survive the fall, and the zombie horse, but the spiders would die because spiders have low health compared to zombie horses and other mobs. So that is one way, like make all the spiders die instantly. Otherwise is using the nether, so you sort them by using the nether. So instead of this, they will go into the nether and then you sort them in the nether. The problem is that nether is more difficult because you don't have water, so moving mobs is more complicated. But yeah, that's one way to do it with the nether, and it will be a lot more efficient than this because at least they won't count toward the mob cap. So that is already an advantage. Oh, you can see another one. Oh, we got two in a row. Wow. I'm surprised. Like they are pretty rare. Like they have like a 5 in 520 chance. So it's like I think 5 times is lower than creepers. Creepers have a 100 in 100 divided by 5. Oh, it's 20. So it's 20 times lower than creepers. But yeah, this is basically a concept. So one of the biomes that I recommend is snowy plains. So snowy plains have the advantage, it's similar to what we used to do in deserts, where we didn't want a lot of zombie because zombie only gives like zombie flesh, so it's useless. But now we have the parch, so it's less useful. But husks and strays require to spawn in the surface, and this farm has a roof. That means that strays won't spawn inside this farm. That means that few skeletons will spawn and more zombies will spawn. But that means we will get less bones and less arrows. But for me, that I already have a moss farm and another general mob farm, then I don't care if I get few amount of arrows or bones. I still get a lot of bones. Like I have a basic choker loader here. This is horrible. But yeah, I am using here, as you can see, we have like, this is from the farm, and I don't know, yeah, those are the blocks that I have gotten, so you still get a huge amount. Gunpowder, I think already have a shulker of gunpowder. Oh, two shulkers of gunpowder. So yeah, I basically also something fun is that you will get mushrooms. So the riders of the zombie horse, they drop mushrooms. So this guy, if this guy dies, he will drop a mushroom. But yeah, I only get the mushrooms that fall here, so they have to die in the platforms. And this guy that didn't die, then I won't get his mushroom. So yeah, that's the important thing about the zombie horse. Like they can spawn above a roof, so they can spawn in caves. But they need grass to spawn, and in caves there are little amount of grass. These guys are already persistent. Like even though I have only interacted with them, I haven't tamed them. If I get here in the air, well, we have 6. I don't know where are those 6 hostile mobs that don't despawn, but yeah, these guys, neither of them despawn, which is very important. And these guys also don't count toward the mob cap. And yeah, but as you can see, they have like low chance of having like better attributes. Like all of them have between 9 and 11. Like if you get an 11, that's like the highest chance you have. I don't know what's the fastest horse. So according to statistics, it says in the wiki, zombie horses are spawned with constant health of 25. Okay, that we can check that is true. Then it says a speed ranging from 0.1125 to 0.3375, but it doesn't. That isn't in meters per second. which is more useful because it's blocks per second. Is the thing about horses is that when you breed the horses, it's a lot faster. So they made like a change. I don't know which update it was, that now horses, when you breed them, they have a higher chance to have a higher value than their parents. So that means that breeding horses is like the easiest way to get the fastest horse. And like now it's like really hard, like as you can see. All of them are like 10 meters per second. There's not even one that has 12 meters per second. So yeah, how does this farm work? I have explained everything, but how does this farm works? So this farm that I made. So you basically just turn on the clock here. This is the basic general mob farm. You turn on the clock here. Then he falls here, and then you AFK here. So you AFK, you stay clicking like right click, yeah. You keep right click and just stay here. Facing. So every zombie horse that arrives here, then you will make it persistent, and then you can manually check all the horses. So this is the concept idea that I have. So yeah, like I have said, like there are better ways to do this. Another way is using flying machines. So if you use flying machines, then the horses, the problem with water is that water stops mobs from spawning. So that means that when there's water in the platform, then mobs won't spawn. But if you have a flying machine, like let's say the flying machine is here, then here mobs can spawn, and here mobs can spawn. So it will only push, it will only remove a little bit of the mob cap. But the problem with that is that you need to do it like 3 blocks tall. So if you make a flying machine, then that means you need like slime, and the slime is going to get stuck with this grass. So you have to put this grass above. That means you have three difference in the blocks, and you will get Enderman. That's another thing. And maybe you want to get Enderman, but yeah, Enderman can remove grass blocks, so maybe flying machines aren't the best way to do it. Unless you have Enderman griefing off in your world. Other ways is to scare the mobs. So skeletons are afraid of wolves, spiders are afraid of armadillos, and creepers are afraid of cats. So if you have that tree here, then they will all run out from the platform into a place where they die, and then these zombies can be attracted either with a villager or with an iron golem. And this has been working, like it works pretty well. But I do get like 4 horses like every 10 minutes, so like 8 per day if we are lucky. So that's the rate. I haven't done the like what's the name, a formal experiment, so to guarantee those numbers, but yeah, that's like from what I have observed, that's pretty much what I get. Like every 20 minutes that would be like 24 zombie horses per hour if we are lucky. But yeah, that's the concept idea that I have. So if you guys have any suggestions of how to improve this any further, or you want to mention anything else that I didn't, then please feel free to comment. And that will be all for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.